considering.
Zetterburn also does add all of the photos himself, too.
He does, yeah.
Photographed himself into
yes.
the original photos. It does make you wonder a little bit about it.
He's the do-it-all character for a reason. He can literally edit himself into the best positions he can. Oh, so game one, best of 5 set. Lucius on a tear. HamPolo on equally one.
Yeah, I think these are two phenomenal players. I am very surprised that this is winner finals.
I agree. But
there's no shade to either of them. I'm very surprised that this is winner finals still. Talk about that tech from HamPolo there. Most players would have died to that. Ooh, the big back air just closes up so much space. And yeah, we didn't see it as much in the last set, but against Zetter, you run that.
You absolutely need to start pressuring ledge. Granted, Zetter's downbeat cancel flip does very, very heavily manipulate his collision hurt box, and those ECP changes help him immensely. But when you have an active,
just a different angle too, if you weren't expecting it. Yeah.
But when you have an active back air like Ranno's, all you need to do is consistently put something there and force HamPolo to make the mix-up.
Yep.
Allowed for Lucius to start with the lead, but not for very long. HamPolo, a master of the counterpunch so far. Solid, guaranteed damage on the tech base.
Down tilt to anti-air. Okay, but
you need
to just going straight through. I think this, at least from game one, from the first couple stocks we're seeing here, it feels like this set is going to come down to a I don't think that was supposed to be a down air.
Don't believe so.
Maybe a down air would have secured into a kill, but I feel like a falling air or something more active would have been a little bit better.
Because now we're in kind of scramble percentage. Granted, Ranno still has confirms even at 130 thanks to super jump, but
first forward air.
You cannot let Zetterburn get these free.
Oh my God!
No, a mispunish on all sides.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a pivot grab.
Has to roll away. A big backer on the runoff. Trying to continuously pressure with just any of these meaty aerials. Another down tilt anti-air, by the way. Trying for stun.
Hey, doesn't hit the scramble. I think he's trying to go for a tech chase there. That should be it. Yeah, there we go.
Barely able to get there thanks to the super jump. Playing around the bubble, you are at high percentage. Like we're in pure shine up strong percentage. We're in big forward air pickups, and hey, there it is.
Sometimes you don't need to pick up. You just need the random raw forward air.
You know, just I guess forward air straight air connection. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like I blinked and suddenly HamPolo's already at 54%, 65, 71, 72.
The poison stacks. Oh, the empty land jab mix-up from Lucius was beautiful, and no tech!
So good!
Linger, back air, no tech, confirming into that forward air. Excellent pickup from Lucius, who goes up 1-0, but
reacted so fast to that mistake.
He's so prepared. Absolutely prepared, but this is what happened in the winners semi set. We saw HamPolo get 2 stocks game 1 and turn it into 3 straight wins, starting with the Jules Veil game in winners semis. Let's see if we can match it in winners finals.
Same stage?
Same stage.
Hey, let's see if there's some premonitions here. Pressure. Ooh, I like the moonwalk there. I usually find that people do that kind of movement where it's just like, all right, you're doing it like for the sake of doing fun movement. When you walk in that kind of spot right over the person, it really does make it super ambiguous and like hard to react to. Like, wait, where are they going? Because your brain just is like, forward. Got it.
Yeah, having the space to basically fuzzy cross up into fully spaced outward is kind of insane. A 4-5 on that shine was life-saving, by the way. HamPolo did react, but did not space properly. But hey, it gives Lucius another chance here.
Ooh, I like that recovery so much. Lucius used every single way to mix it up, and only one keep dropping. Keeps going to ledge. I was talking about the mix-up. HamPolo, I'm gonna call out the drift back. He's got a couple of those now.
Had the empty lane mix up, but just grabbed the wrong way.
Big tech chase.
Back throw into forward air. Covering space, but that's just going to do it. DI'd out on the nair. That is absolutely brutal, and the forward throw doesn't even need to be ignited, just instantaneously taking that stock. But that's a huge momentum swing from Lucius, taking that stock first and evening up the game when HamPolo started on such a tear.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say on fire, but that felt a little too on the nose.
I think it's all right.
Okay.
I think sometimes you just have to be like, it is just a saying.
Yeah.
It is just a normal saying.
Okay, we're chilling. We are chilling.
Oh my god, these needles are gross. These needles are gross, Lucius! It just keeps bothering him. I feel like this has just been all Lucius. I know that the percents seem very similar, but as soon as HamPolo is off stage, Lucius, what are you doing? Never mind. Never mind. I did. It looks so immaculate.
One more. Yeah. Has the means to make it back, but instantaneously covering with the double shine up strong, confirming that stock every way from Sunday.
I do want to point out, though, I am glad. I mean, Lucius obviously a player that's not going to fall for this, but I see a lot of people, including I died to this several times myself. They'll get sent down with a spike, and they will just kind of panic into like, oh, I need my up option, and it's like, nope, I need to get to the wall first. I need a wall jump. I have all of these resources, and if I just burn it on an option I cannot wall jump out of, I might be sunk if I don't get quite high enough.
So you're saying Edo's player will carry?
No. I think.
That is a joke. That is a joke.
Hey, I see what you're going for here. I don't need next time I stream to have the Endless Army be like, wisely, we heard what you said about us. What do you mean?
Speaking of some big plays, though, and lacking on the panic options, HamPolo saw that lead and said, all right, now I know that Lucius is going to be a little bit more forward with plenty of these options, a lot more grab attempts, a lot more straightforward airs, and those can be punished when you have such a flexible move like Shine.
I've been so impressed with the two sets we've seen from HamPolo so far, and the ability to adapt. Like, it's not just like, oh, I adapted and now it's even. It's like, I adapted hard. I got some better reads on your defensive habits. I got some better, I understand where you're trying to go in neutral a little bit more.
Yeah, it's adaptation in the correct spots, because he's not taking things away from what makes Zetterburn good. He's just being more selective on where he's putting every option that he was already pressing in the first game. And now it's paying dividends. Okay, try the cheekiest edge cancel. Not gonna get it that time.
I always feel bad when someone air dodges right before they hit the ground. It's like, oh, you thought you were gonna have to tech, or you thought like this was gonna happen, and then it's just burn your air dodge in the worst spot.
Okay, big nair pickup.
A lot of different ways to stall before getting that nair, but HamPolo doesn't really care. Now to say into the down air? No, not quite yet. Just waits. Sometimes, if you've been moving so much the entire time, just standing there for a split second really just throw them off.
Especially someone as high APM as HamPolo. Look at this. Like, just wait on the Lucius waits on the platform. HamPolo covers every advantage of jump, because if you commit to the movement, then suddenly HamPolo just gets you right back into that blender. Lucius missing a ton of these back airs, a ton of these edge guard attempts we saw landing in game number 1 are just falling by the wayside.
I wonder how much of this is HamPolo like taking these small like drift adjustments. How much of it is like
absolutely
not to hit the spots.
Yeah, not to say finally picking up one of the back airs there. I think it's absolutely primarily a picking of spots and a drift adjustment on the side of HamPolo that's forcing Lucius to make.
I think it is too. It's these small minute changes that are like, it's a lot easier to be like, ah, yes, he's getting this good double jump read. But like the small aerial drift, it's a lot harder to like call out and notice sometimes. There's a lot of people that really struggle to adapt to that sort of thing or to mix it up themselves.
So potent, putting the bubble out. Plat drop on the forward tilt, but it's hard to beat plat drop forward air. Zetterburn and even Ranno is like this too. A lot of characters like this. Shielding on a platform is a position of strength because of how good so many characters have and their plat drop aerials are.
Plat drop, whatever you
however you want to phrase it. Now to put the shoe on the other foot. In winter semifinals, Lucius was down 2-1, ran it back on his counter pick, and won the next 2 games in steadily more dominant fashion. Does HamPolo close it out, or does Lucius make that adjustment?
Yep. Either way, history will repeat itself. We're just gonna figure out how. Wow.
Double shine. And a greedy forward air.
Oh my god.
Lucius getting blown up for trying to be an aggressive on landing twice now. Just putting out an aerial, trying to make sure that HamPolo is like backing off, forcing him to. Gets the double forward air there thanks to the lead, but hey, HamPolo turned a couple stray aerials from Lucius into effectively 91%.
At 91, if HamPolo gets the right opening, absolutely finish the goal. Like, the shines themselves aren't doing that much damage, but they put you in the worst spot. Worst spot.
Yeah, shine to force the ledge grab because you're DIing down, down and away, and then goes run off, double jump there. And
I thought that Lucius was going to pick that up off the stage. Instead, HamPolo, just the best option off the ledge. I'm so impressed.
He's so strong.
Oh, he is the strong.
One there, missing the forward air. That's fastball. It was for a couple frames, but a fastball instantly the platform.
Go out. Does not matter. Pick your poison. You're dead. Either way.
Excellent tag. One more. Dashes away forward tilt. Great option there. And again, staying consistent, but Lucius straight through. And dropping the stock again. Like you need to make sure that every time you hit Zetterburn off stage, you're taking the stock. That is the game plan against this Lion. And if that is not happening, something is
And against
wrong.
like Cheesy, we were seeing Chris being a way more aggressive offstage and just like, I'm going to combo into this move right now. I wonder if there'd be like, if we see a little bit of that against HamPolo. We're seeing a lot of like, all right, I'm going to go out, I'm going to nair, and then I get a whole your mix up on your recovery. If you can like be a little bit more preemptive, cut off some of that angle, I wonder if that would pay some dividends. Big, okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you might be in the strong one zone. You are
absolutely.
Yes, you are.
The call out on the tongue lash, like trying to slingshot your way back to center stage, but HamPolo not having it. Lucius' adjustments, so you called it out earlier wisely, just like, I'm just going to stay still for just half a second, like less than that, for like 10 frames. I'm just going to sit here and crouch and see what you do and let you...
Not much.
Yeah.
It's not long. But when someone's been clinched at a blistering pace for this, those suddenly you feel so awkward, being like, wait, I thought you were gonna dash in. You didn't. And everything.
It allows Lucius to see HamPolo commit and turn it into offense.
This is big.
Oh, a big commitment is what it was, but it didn't end up amounting to anything. We're just back at neutral, I would call it, but HamPolo is clearly in a juggle state, looking for something, but a big pickup. Again, Lucius waiting half a beat longer than punishing the commitment from HamPolo.
HamPolo's gone, like, he's gone fairly straight through. That time goes to ledge. All right, starts to mix it up. It went straight through, and it seemed like Lucius was having a really hard time covering it. Bad. This could be bad.
Oh, he went for it all. I respect the attempt, though. Like, down a lot of percent, feeling like you need those plays, but Zetter's got a ton of plays to make.
Doesn't want to get the grands. Wants to be one step closer to the
but he's got to go through game number 5 to do so. A big pickup, and this is why Lucius picks that stage. There's so much movement happening in the corner, but Ranno can mix up just when and how he's covering with rising fair versus rising or falling nair and back air and everything in between. So many timing mix-ups, and HamPolo getting caught by 2 of them for 2 separate stocks. As we go to game 5 wisely, winners finals, our second game 5 in a row, and we're on Tempest Peak.
You called it out earlier. Had made that kind of comeback in the last set we saw from him. Like, you cannot be like, oh, well, you won game 1, but you've been down since then. I'm going to count you out now. Like, no. It's still here. The frog's still at tops. Okay.
Ooh, the down air.
The first hit definitely got shielded.
Yeah, the first hit shielded, but it still activates on shield. And it's slightly disjointed, just a little bit.
You know, a lot of people will play around the mix-up afterwards. Oh, well, they hit it, it's going to proc on shield, and now, are they going to drop it with one more attack, or are they going to drop and grab? They're just kind of pushed off or something. Oh,
the
weird
coverage.
awkward shield height.
Didn't expect the quick little down B cancel to the ledge, and then the double fair pickup from HamPolo. A couple dropped opportunities from Lucius twice over.
I don't
but
think I'm dropped though.
Yeah, not that one.
Just
Not that one.
Straight to the right.
At 145, Tempest Peak is tall, but the sides are not super wide. In terms of blast zones and first stage, those platforms can be pretty high.
I think a lot of people feel cramped too.
Especially at these low platforms, most characters' dash attacks end up hitting these platforms. I know like Ranno's does, Forsburn's does, absolutely Loxodon's, so it never can be too safe on these low platforms, and against Ranno, the high ones aren't too safe either thanks to that super jump. Ooh. The pressure.
At the ledge. Keep big, doesn't find the needle. I like that Lucius is playing around some of these shield drops though. Getting the shield, baiting out the shield drop, waiting to see exactly
That's it.
Just like that.
Mixing in different like up airs and back air spacings too. Going for the hit on there instead. Just needs that one final hit. Crouch cancel, but gets forward tilt instead and falls out. Down air, forward air. One more hit is needed to close out the stock, and Lucius doesn't find it. An excellent drift forward and then tech out to mix up the defensive option within the bubble. Good heads-up play by HamPolo.
That pause, we saw the wait. So close.
Okay.
Does that? It's like 158.
Yeah,
a lot of moves still kill now, but
that strong hit in air, like, yeah.
A little weird, but take it. I'll absolutely take it. Double. It's gonna kill either way, but I think the bubble like made just the timing really awkward for HamPolo to figure out like where the opening was gonna be.
And these brave falling backers are starting to pay off, but the Shine Fair, that's gonna end the stock. So final stock, game 5. We're probably gonna get to a last hit scenario, but I don't know. Zetterburn can kind of explode sometimes. Again, down there into the forward air mix up.
Into the grab, okay. Oh my god, just spacing on that.
There.
Wait.
Doesn't have a jump. Gets to the platform. What amazing drift from Lucius as he taints this all the way around and the needle misses. One forward air.
Not yet. You got one more. You gotta rinse, repeat one more time.
Oh, okay.
What are you
do
doing down there?
Do not. Okay, not like that. Any other way, just not like that.
Okay, you can combo. Okay. Don't just.
No SDs for finish. I want to see one person take a stock by throwing into the blast zone. Could be by anything as Lucius finds another back air. But again, against side, forward air.
Oh my god, that almost killed.
Has bubble too. Has so many resources.
Starting to run out though. Oh my god, one more.
No, that's it. The up air DI was correct, but it just flew it off the top in a barely inching out winners finals. Yeah. And you know what?